What if the water under your house didn't actually belong to you, but to a billion-dollar corporation? And what if the bottle you're holding right now started its journey from someone else's empty well? Every day, billions of people twist open a bottle of water without thinking twice about where it came from. But behind that simple bottle lies a global industry worth hundreds of billions of dollars and a growing controversy surrounding one of its biggest players, Nestlé. Critics argue that corporations are turning a basic human necessity into a massive business, while companies say they're simply providing a safe and convenient product. Which raises a bigger question: should anyone be allowed to profit from water, or is it a human right? The silent thief. The dirty business of water doesn't begin in a corporate boardroom. It begins in the quiet hours of the night, in small towns most people have never heard of. While families are asleep, something deep beneath the ground is being drained away. Imagine waking up one morning, turning on your kitchen faucet and hearing nothing but a dry metallic hiss. The wells that sustained your town for generations are suddenly empty. But just a few miles away, behind barbed fences and security cameras, industrial pumps are roaring day and night, pulling millions of litres of crystal clear water from ancient aquifers buried beneath the earth. This isn't a drought. This isn't a natural disaster. According to critics of the bottled water industry, it's something far more unsettling, a legal extraction of one of the most essential resources on Earth. While the townspeople carry plastic buckets to emergency water trucks, a fleet of semi-trailers is hauling that same water away, sealed in premium plastic and branded with the Nestlé logo. The price they paid for that water? In many places, it's less than what you pay for a single candy bar. This is a story about the world's most successful magic trick, taking something that falls for free from the sky, privatizing it and selling it back to you at a 2,000% markup. But here is the question that should keep you up at night. If Nestlé can own the water beneath your house today, what happens when they decide to own the air you breathe tomorrow? Who gave them the straw? And more importantly, can we ever get it back? The global water business selling you the sky. Walk into any gas station on a hot day. You're not just looking at a fridge, you're looking at a battlefield for the soul of a planet. Bottled water is now a $300 billion global empire. It's a product that, technically, none of us should need in a world with modern plumbing. Yet it now outsells soda in many major markets. How did companies like Nestlé convince us to trust a corporate label more than our own government's pipes? The business model is simple. Step 1. Find a high-purity spring or a deep aquifer water that has been underground for thousands of years. Step 2. Secure a permit that treats water like a limitless resource, often using outdated laws. Step 3. Bottle it for pennies and sell it as a lifestyle product. Nestlé mastered this blue gold rush, controlling more than 60 brands across over 100 countries. But critics say the real controversy lies in what they call the extraction gap. In many places, companies pay surprisingly little for the water itself. Often the cost is only for the permit to pump it. In some regions, those permits can cost only a few $100s a year, allowing companies to extract millions of litres while paying less than a small restaurant spends on utilities. Think about it, if you tried to take a bucket from a protected spring, you might get arrested. So how does a corporation take a billion buckets and get a permit? The controversies, pumping a desert dry. The tension isn't just theoretical, it's already happening. In Flint, Michigan, while residents were dealing with lead-contaminated tap water, Nestlé was operating just 2 hours away, pumping groundwater for bottling. Critics pointed to the situation as a symbol of everything wrong with the system. Was the crisis simply a failure of government infrastructure, or a victory for those selling the alternative?
The commitment to help Flint by Nestlé made as the company was dealing with a controversy here in Michigan itself. Some angered the foreign-based company was paying only a small permit fee to take out pure Michigan water and sell it for a profit.
Then there's California. During record-breaking droughts, citizens were fined for watering lawns while farmers watched crops wither. Yet bottled water operations continued pumping under existing permits. From wells in South Africa to shrinking lakes in parts of Europe, critics argue the pattern is the same. Companies take the cleanest water, bottle it, and move on if supplies decline. In a world where water is becoming scarcer, the question grows louder: who should control it? Before we go further, I want to hear from you. If a corporation builds the factory and the pipes, do they own the water? Or should water remain free for everyone? Is it a product or a right? Drop a comment below. Nestlé's defense, the corporate logic. If you talk to the executives, they aren't the villains of a movie, they are the heroes of a spreadsheet. Nestlé's defense is built on 3 pillars. First, legality. They aren't stealing water, they are using permits granted by your elected officials. If you're mad about the price, they'll tell you to talk to your local politician. Second, scale. They argue that bottled water uses less than 0.01% of the world's freshwater peanuts compared to massive agricultural irrigation or the fashion industry. Third, and most controversial, is the argument for value. A former Nestlé CEO famously sparked global outrage by suggesting that declaring water a human right is an extreme view. Their logic: if something is free, people waste it. By putting a price on water, you ensure it is treated with respect and managed efficiently. From their perspective, they aren't selling water, they are selling convenience, safety, and infrastructure. They are the ones providing pure life to places where the government has failed to keep the tap water clean. But does adding value justify taking it away from the people who lived there first? The big question: is water a human right? In 2010, the United Nations officially declared access to clean water a human right. But here's the uncomfortable reality: a right doesn't mean something is free. It only means it shouldn't be denied. Today, about 2.2 billion people still lack safe drinking water, pushing the world toward a difficult crossroads. If the right to life depends on water, but water depends on money, do you truly have that right at all? If a company like Nestlé can own a spring, can they stop someone from drinking from it even in desperation? And if their pumping dries up your well, is that theft or simply business? As water becomes a commodity like gold or oil, access may depend on something simple: how much you can pay. Is this the future we want, or are we slowly being sold our own survival, one light? The future, the war for 2050. The stakes are about to get much, much higher. By 2050, half the world's population will live in water-stressed areas. We are already seeing water wars in the stock market, where massive hedge funds are buying up water rights in Australia and the American West like they used to buy up tech stocks. They are betting on our thirst. In this future, a bottle of water won't just be a convenience, it will be a survival kit. The tension we see today with Nestlé is just the opening act, the prequel to a much darker story. As climate change shifts the rain and dries the rivers, the entities that control the blue gold will become more powerful than many governments. They will have the power to turn off the life support of entire cities. The question is, do we want that power in the hands of a CEO whose only legal obligation is to maximize shareholder profit? Or is there still time to reclaim the commons? The price of life. Next time you twist open a bottle of water, pause for a moment. Look at the liquid inside. It seems simple, just water. But behind that bottle is a global struggle over who controls one of the most essential resources on Earth. We pay for the plastic, we pay for the shipping, we pay for the marketing, but the deeper question is harder to answer. Are we slowly accepting a world where access to life itself comes with a price tag? Because water isn't like gold or oil. Every human being needs it to survive. And if the future becomes a battle over blue gold, the most powerful people on Earth won't be the ones with the biggest armies. They'll be the ones who control the water. And the only question left is whether that future has already begun.